There's amazing Minecraft seeds, and then there's this, spawning on the tallest mountain that can generate, with crazy biomes all around, amazing caves and cliffs, lush caves, dripstone caves, and much more. We even have this crazy frozen peaks that's generated, with a huge cave entrance right at the beginning. Come check out this video to see the best Minecraft seed I think I've ever found. So here we are at the spawn point for this seed, and yeah, it's a pretty crazy spawn point, I would say. You actually spawn in right about here around Y230, which is absolutely insane, right on the side of this massive mountain, and actually right next to the spawn point, right over here, you'll see we actually have a really cool ruin portal. And right in the chest here, glistering melons, some obsidian, some flint, literally 3 flint and steels, a mending golden hoe for how much that's useful, and 18 gold nuggets. And again, this is literally right next to spawn. Of course, also some nether blocks, like if you wanted maybe something to burn with a netherrack there, you could do that if you'd like. And anyway, of course, spawning here on the top of this crazy mountain, if we actually look up here at the mountain, you'll see it's an absolutely insane shape. It's sort of like an O shape, so we have here kind of a ring of mountains, and then in the center it kind of gets a little bit lower. It's still quite up high, mind you, though, because at the very bottom down here we're still at 172, which is pretty crazy. So this is like a really cool little kind of valley inside of this mountain. There's a really cool cave there as well. And kind of flying out of there past here back to the spawn point, you'll see here we have another mountain here and here. And what kind of makes this such an amazing 1.18 seed is that it features basically everything you need to have to explore all the features of 1.18. So we have these insane mountains, like for instance here we have a frozen peaks, which is amazing, that's also in a circle. And here we actually have something awesome. We have a little dark forest that's actually completely surrounded by the mountains here. You'll even see it's actually being kind of in a forest fire right now, so there's actually 3 bits of lava that have spawned in here, I think, as well as a ruined portal, which is basically making this forest burn down. But we can see what's in this ruined portal's loot chest. We have a mending golden pickaxe, we have some gold, a golden chestplate cursive binding, a fire charge, a little bit of iron ingot, flint and steel, fire charge, and some other things there as well. So I think that's 2 fire charges, and we have an almost complete ruined portal right here. And of course we have our burning down forest. Now what's pretty crazy is that right here, which is kind of in the middle of this area that's surrounded by the frozen peaks, we go into this massive cave that's basically completely kind of surface visible there. You can see here we have all the different axolotls and things. There's a white axolotl, and there's some other cool ones around here as well. This isn't maybe the best lush cave as it's kind of all at the surface, and you can see a lot of it didn't spawn in naturally, but you can see if we kind of come up here and go over here, there's actually some other lush caves right at the entrance of this. So here's kind of that forest, and you can see here one of those lush caves over here. It's quite a large one. If we kind of fly through here, you can see there's a lot of this that kind of keeps going. But even better than this one right here, if we go a little bit lower, we'll find that just down here is a second lush cave. So here's of course the big open one, and right here, this is where the really crazy stuff starts. So we have here this absolutely insane lush cave that basically keeps going and going. You can even see here we have tons of aquifers here with axolotls that have spawned in them. And we just have this massive lush cave area with basically the best lush cave you could really ask for. And if we kind of go over here and down here past this bit of a waterfall here, you'll see this literally drops off into just this massive area here. This isn't really a lush cave over here, but over here it is, and you can see we have all this different stuff here that's generated in basically a perfect lush cave, and it keeps going down here lower and lower. And right over here, there's even a little bit of a dripstone cave here, which is cool. And all this comes from that massive entrance at the surface here. This would be the coolest place to make a lush cave base or something. Underneath the massive mountain above there, you can see an entrance to the surface actually up here. And if we fly up there, we can see where that heads out. You can see it's just an absolutely amazing cave, and that there's all the features here you really need to have the best lush cave ever. Now if we come out here, you'll notice we're actually not on the mountaintop anymore. We're kind of at the side, kind of in the bit of the mega taiga here on the side of the mountain there. Now if we go down this hole again, through here, past all this lush cave, and we actually go right down through here, you'll see we get to another level. And there's actually more lush cave down here, as well as a bunch of exposed ores. And if we go over here, down one more level again, and you can tell this is kind of the bottom of the world because we have these lava lakes that are spawning. There is actually an abandoned mineshaft that spawns right here, and this is really cool because not only do you have like diamond level cave here, and I'm sure there's lots of air exposed diamonds around here, but if not, I'm sure you could find them very easily from here anyway. We also have here this amazing abandoned mineshaft, and if we go into it, you'll see why it's so amazing, even though it looks fairly normal and boring. If we look into this chest right here, which is right at the entrance of the abandoned mineshaft there, you'll see, what do we have but an enchanted golden apple. This seed basically couldn't get much better, but there we have it right there. We also have some glowberries if you're short on those, although of course we do have the big lush caves there, so that's pretty good. And if we keep going through this abandoned mineshaft a little bit, you can see there's a lot more to it here. There's even another minecart chest here. And although this one does not have an enchanted golden apple, it has something almost as good, which is 2 diamonds, some coal ore, a name tag, and some other cool things as well. So you could get yourself some diamonds and an enchanted golden apple just from here. Just watch out for baby zombies like this one right here when exploring this amazing abandoned mineshaft underneath the lush caves. Alright, so this seed is insane, but every good seed needs a lot of villages in it, and this one does. So we'll start off by going this way. This is to the west, kind of just following along this massive mountain range here. Really is a pretty area that'd be amazing to build in, maybe put a massive bridge across here and do some really cool builds, and I quite like it. If we come over here, you'll see that we have just from the mountain range there, just continuing to go to the west, you'll see there is a plains village coming in right down over here. And this is not any ordinary plains village, this is actually a giant plains village. There's a lot of different villager houses here. Unfortunately, there is not a blacksmith villager house, but there are a lot of really cool villager houses around here. So you can see we have, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, probably more than that, or maybe I counted wrong, but there are a lot of villager houses here, tons of villagers, and overall kind of a cool generation of the village going down the slope like that into the valley. And it's a great way to get yourself some villagers to wherever you want your base to be in this world. At the spawn point again, if we go to the east instead of the west, and we kind of follow this massive mountain that we spawn on of the jagged peaks type, kind of down this ravine here. In this mega Taiga Valley we have, you can even see that there's a lush cave tree right there, the azalea tree, showing there's a lush cave beneath it. And this is kind of near that entrance we were in earlier to the lush cave. You can see right here we have a village, and it's a Taiga Village. Now it's certainly not the biggest village, you can see here there's maybe 6 or 7 houses, but still we do have some nice villagers here, some nice Taiga generation, and even some purple beds if that's something that's important to you, and some nice loot in here, some potatoes to maybe start a nice potato farm, and overall a really good area to get yourself some basic supplies to kind of get your first footings in this world. And of course it's all in the beautiful mega Taiga biome. Just near it we see these amazing mountains as well, and we could kind of see these from the spawn point, but let's take a closer look since of course the crazy mountains that spawn are kind of half the cool part of this seed. You can see we have this one mountain here that's kind of opposite the spawn mountain right there. And this is the other mountain, not the one that had the massive lush cave in it, that one's right over here. And also even more north from this mountain here, we have a second mountain, which is also jagged peaks, and of course you can tell that because of how, well, jagged the peaks of this mountain are. And heading over here, we can see this is generated in. And also if we kind of keep going north of this a little ways, we'll actually find ourselves 2 more villages, and I'll show those off right now. Okay, so here we are at that spiky mountain still. And just north from here you can see there is our first of these 2 northern villages from spawn. This one has a really big marketplace there, as well as some nice amounts of villager houses, and a bit of a lake or a river next to it, which is really cool because we kind of have like a little area where maybe the villagers have a dock, or maybe just they would build a dock there eventually, or you could if you wanted to live here. It's like it's not very loading in very well, but anyway, we can see over here we have some hay bales, some nice villager houses, our marketplace, an iron golem. Of course there's a bell in every village, and there's that bell right there. We can see the villagers coming out to trade, and it's just a nice little village to have as well. Now from this village here, if we go straight west from that village, we'll come right over here to a Taiga village, and you can kind of see that loading in right in front of us here, and here it is. And this certainly is not a very big village. I'm not sure if Taiga villages almost always generate smaller, I don't think they usually do, but this one is small as well as the other one on this seed. And you can see there's just about 6 buildings on here as well, maybe a small farm or 2. And you can see here we have a nice little villager house here and there, some nice villagers, and overall just a good little outpost of villager civilization in this world. And from this village there's 2 other small mountains that are not super spectacular compared to the mountains at spawn, but also nice to have around. Alright, so at the spawn point again, we're going to travel south this way, over this crazy mountain range here. And once we get to the edge of it over here, you'll see what do we have, but, well, more mountains. But between this, there's this really cool bit of a plains valley there, which would be amazing to build something in. And we'll see that if we basically go over this, this is not just a singular mountain, but actually part of a larger snow biome, which is really cool. And this snow biome features a lot of really nice things that really improve this world and this seed. Also, all the mountains in this seed kind of make it look like we're traveling a long area, but I'm actually only about 500 blocks from spawn right here, so a lot of this is still very close to the seed, and it's pretty easy to get to, although there are a lot of mountains you have to climb over. So of course we have this massive mountain here, but right over here we actually have a igloo, which is really cool. And you can see this is definitely an igloo that has a basement on it, as it generated kind of exposed there. So if we have to break our way in here, because obviously this igloo is sealed up, maybe to protect from the cold, we go down here. Of course we can see going all the way down here of this kind of exposed tunnel there. We'll get to the bottom here eventually, and I think these go several, like I think 20 or 30 blocks down. They go quite low. And we'll go down here, and what do we see? We see our little bit of villager conversion area from the villager to the zombie villager. And of course there's always the brewing stand with the splash potion of weakness in it, and the golden apple. It's actually the only way to convert villagers before you go to the nether, as there's no real way of getting the splash potions of weakness before that. If we go outside of this, you'll see this actually generated inside of a cave. So if you wanted, you could mine this and have like an instant made mine tunnel to get down here to this amazing cave here and be able to mine it out. Oh, there are a lot of mobs here. There's also emerald ore, some dripstone cave here, as well as some other really cool things as well, making this maybe a really good place to start up one of your first mines. And right down here where my cursor is that igloo we were looking at. There's the crazy big mountain. There's actually another large mountain here, and it kind of extends into another 256 mountain. So basically mountains in Minecraft 1.18 cannot generate past 256. You can build past 256, but the mountains will not generate past that. So if we actually go up here, you'll see the block this is on is 256, because this is the tallest that a Jagged peaks can generate, as that is the tallest mountain. Also the mountain where we spawned over there with kind of the big circle of mountains, that was a 256 mountain as well, which is really cool to have that since they're pretty rare. And this 256 mountain goes all the way down here and descends lower and lower and lower, and it's just crazy how tall these things are, all the way down here to sea level, because this is a frozen ocean. Now a frozen ocean's awesome to have here because of course first of all we have some sea access, which is quite nice, but also there's some good things here like polar bears and icebergs and other things like that makes this even better for the cold area of the seed. Just crazy looking up at this mountain to imagine this is all in vanilla Minecraft. I'm still amazed by the 1.18 terrain even though it's almost 2 months old, but still there's some really cool things around here. Now from this 256 block tall mountain, if we go all the way over here kind of following the coastline, we'll see kind of there's some jagged mountain peaks here. I think that's kind of trying to look like a nice coastline there. Maybe it didn't generate quite right, but if we go over here, we'll see there's something really cool that generates right along here on this really interesting icy jagged coastline. And it is an igloo, and you can see here there's an igloo that spawned in. This one also has an exposed basement, which I always find quite funny looking. You can go over here, of course, break into that, and you'll see, of course, beneath there is that villager curing area as well. And it's just nice to have these around, because not only is there a bed, there's a torch, a furnace, a crafting table. In the barren wildernesses like this, a bed could be a really nice thing to have, especially since there's not many cold villages around. But that does bring us to the next structure that spawns in this cold southern area, and we get that by going straight north from the igloo, which is right down there. We're gonna go straight north from there all the way through here, past here, kind of up this bit of a river, if it'll actually load in for us, and right over here you can see there is a village that spawned. Now this isn't a massive snow village, but it's a pretty good size of one, and you can see here we have ourselves some nice snow houses. There's one right here. I like these little lampposts, they're quite nice, and we have here, there's a library, I think that's actually quite a pretty little library, a lectern. We have here overall some nice little houses. Just good to be careful of the powder snow. So this is powder snow here. You can actually tell what it is because there's those little dots on it. But either way, it's cool to have the powder snow here, all the different houses, and overall just a nice little village to have in the southern snow area. Now from our snow village here, if we kind of go to the north and east, kind of up here to the edge of the snow biome, we'll find our third and final igloo, and our third and final igloo is right down here, and it really does blend in quite well. And of course I do have the coordinates on the screen, so you can find all these things yourself. And if we go down here, you'll see it's actually a bit of a shorter basement tunnel. At the bottom here we have ourselves the golden apple, and of course the splash potion of weakness and our villager conversion area. I don't believe there's a cave that intersects this one, but there's an interesting cave around here you could explore if you wanted to. And overall, just a really nice area to have in this southern snow. And just for fun, let's finish off with one last super cool cave that's near the spawn point of this awesome 1.18 seed. In my opinion, the best one I've ever found. And from here, if we kind of go down here along the side of our large spawn point mountain, which does have a lot of really cool things in it, we'll come over here, right down here to a bit of a cave entrance. Now if we go over here to the cave entrance, right down here, you'll see that we have a nice little lush cave that generated right here. It's not the best lush cave, but it's certainly nice to have it there. And from this lush cave, if we kind of go over here, or actually down here, you'll see we also have some lush cave that generated in here, and continues to form some nice cave tunnels around here just like this, and then lead us out here on the other side, outside of our large spawn point mountain, which is still right here. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this amazing Minecraft 1.18 seed. If you did, of course, the seed is on the screen right now, and if you type that in under more world options, when creating a new world, this will be the world that generates for you. If you enjoyed this Minecraft video, make sure to press the like button, subscribe, comment, share. I'll see you in the next video, and have a great day. Goodbye.